Unity Broadcasting.
Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country see you.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country see you.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
We now independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize, and inform. Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey here so for talk, but wetin dey happen? Political discussion.
You for know about salon politics.
Religious messages, entertainment self no go left again.
We no go left nothing behind, no.
Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country see you.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country see you.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
This not the team them where we dey talk about
Sierra Leone political history,
defeating the lives of fake people.
waiting they be na social media.
One-on-one interview, we go bring you all the hot topics.
Unity Broadcasting TV say,
and we let myself and better salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't
For
come.
developments now we country see you.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't
For
come.
developments now we country.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Great to be back. Happy moment that Chief Commissioner is back. You know, the people them, I been away out of Maryland for the past weeks, and I been travel for just do the work of humanity. And you know, a lot of people reach out. You know, I now know how much people really they miss me whenever I'm off air. You know, even when I come back not feeling too well, you know, I'm not able to show up in programs. I get series of calls and concern. People sympathize, people reached out, people want to know what's wrong, why the chief is now on board, you know. I appreciate everybody, especially the management team of Unity Broadcasting. And they've been with me throughout all the ups and downs, you know. And guess what? I am now strong to carry on the people's work. Because we're there for do the people they will go, you know. All the one the way reach out for sympathize and know the one the way reach for no waiting, you know, go wrong, why I'm not there on air, waiting they keep me out of the air. I want to say thank you to una all. I appreciate una all very much. And this now the favorite monologue program with Unity Broadcasting. If you just tune in, you just get one simple task. Share this program, invite people. Because inside today's monologue program, it's very important that you pay key attention to the very end. Because when you talk about the strategy where bad people that they use for hoard the money and the misinterpretation about the bank governor in statement, where they really explained what happened, will cause the bank governor for come out and be very sincere and open and transparent, because we get a system, a government where believe say the people will be carried along in everything. So accountability for be must, transparency for be must. And so there should be no secrecy. When it is not right, explain to the people that it is not right and this is the reason, but this is what we do for fixer. So the bank governor will come out and make a statement clearly explaining waiting they go on with the new currency we don't begin where we don't begin use. But we see them fake people them decide for turn them round, then think say life will always be the way of survival. So we're gonna explain that. We also go explain this issue about fear. And the wrong blame, we decide where we direct blames. How normally, even in our daily life, we wrongly blame people for we own cause. No said them blaming people, especially the government, when government not to business entity, and then when it comes to business, you want for whole government, say, oh, government how they do this. So they explain the people then way the really responsible for the availability and the scarcity of fuel in our country. We'll talk about that. And we'll talk about, the woeful and the disgrace where they happen in a parliament, the woeful attitude, behavior, and the disgrace where they go on a parliament. That parliament as a well where they represent the views, the voice, and place where for be regarded, as place of honesty, sincerity, genuineness has become a place where people will take oath and lie and mislead and misinform. So we're talking about that in there, and we talk about the ferry, the beauty of Sierra Leone, and then the transformation where they happen. The ferry don't come, two don't come, two did not see for rich. But waiting the bad people, them, the evil minded people, the satanic people, especially the APC operatives, think say, not for happy, for better the life of people. We will talk about that. The ferry, what this ferry mean, and how best the ferry they take care of the outstanding problem where we don't face, especially for get over and for we where they travel from, overseas and go back. The problem where we be done face, the cost, the extra money where we spend, the ferry where they now, the solution where you don't bring to Salon people, and we talk about that. Finally, we talk about the PR system, and we talk about you in a diaspora, how unanimously will be rejected, more so when these people feel that you can spend all your resources but not be part of the governance of Sierra Leone. The Sierra Leone. You can be a sponsor of their vision, you can spend your resources, but for contribute mentally, they say it's not relevant. So we're talking about those. So share, invite people, and be patient to the very end. When chief is on the seat, you lost nothing, you lack nothing. You get what you deserve, and you will really go along it. Now let us start. Waiting are you interested? Which side you think say we go start? Yeah. Okay. I'll make a begin with you with the ferry. Okay. Ferry. Why the ferry? Because I grew up in Kafubulom. Mina a citizen of Kafubulom. Though born in Kailan, but grew up in Kafubulom, Putloko district. I know what it means. I don't use all the available sea transport to get to from Freetown. For you, I don't use Pampa, I don't use speedboat, I don't use ferries, different ferries, my area, Fanta, whatever. I have seen so much problem where we don't face. So much so that so many lives don't go. Innocent lives way for them make Salon better today. Life way for them be a very good pillar for Salon better one. Life way for them make Salon become in a progressive. We don't lose them. because of the issue of traveling through. Now, I always say this: we got a government we're not limited. We're not agree for be limited in their undertakings and their activities. What do I mean by that? Yes, they presented manifesto to the people of waiting the things that they be able for do. Let's ask the people and say, this is not the plan where we get in mind if given this opportunity. They itemize their strength, they analyze their strengths and weaknesses, and their ability for do what they're able to do if given the chance. They itemize them, they document them, and present them to the people. All right? That was very good. And what did they put together before the people of Sierra Leone? Make the vote they in, because the trust say yes. These are things were very good for the country. It's good for every well-meaning Sierra Leonean. This kind of intention, if implemented, will make we be a very proud nation. So overwhelmingly and proudly, they vote in, this government. We say the government can be the imagination of everybody like that. Besides waiting they put before the people as waiting they go able to do, they go beyond now and open up. They can realize it. They even able to do more than waiting they be don't promise the people. And that the things that where they be want for put aside for let wait for us, they can still capture them and bring them and be part of waiting they be promised the people. And this is where the Ferry comes inside. There was nothing about addressing the Lunge issue as as part manifesto promise. Okay, we all know it was pressing, is needy, but government they say quote unquote according to your size. So government assess the pressing needs and present them. But when they can, they also see say they left out certain areas where need urgent attention. And they started working on those things collectively, bringing them on board. And that is why we see things that way, go fair inside the manifesto, but the government, they do them. Government can realize that when people be done, they die so much for cross over Lungi. People be done, they miss flight. People be done, they get issue where they travel, time for reach home, quick for rest. Now be a challenge that they miss Ferry. And they know say economically goods and property be done they perish. We be done they lost property. And so they decided for look at solution to this. But not only solution when a quick fix, but a solution we go bring dignity and respect. And we go make, we get self-confidence in we self as Sierra Leoneans. For be assured of with security and with safety. The tribe will go Turkey, make arrangement. Say we'll ferry them there, but we not just want for can bring ferry, all kind of ferry. Now we bring ferry, we go be fit and we go stand the test of time. They don't go make arrangement. But because government not a business entity, and because government where we get, the government where we get, believe in inclusive participation when it comes to governance, they introduced the PPP system, the public-private partnership. Say, okay, it can be a private person, but it can also be part of the process of transform. So what did they do? This Ferry, I explain how it kind of been. It is not really an own ferry like government they can run it. Government we don't put the agenda globally. What they want for Salon people. They be don't market the activities. They be don't catalog the needs and problem of Sierra Leone, and they don't put it out there to the world. and look at people where go see areas where they could where they will come on board for help salvage and solve the problem of a country. So when they go on Turkey, they come across this company where don't spend 40 years in ferry management in shipping. They say, oh, we get a very vast potential in this area. We want to now for come and invest. There's so much opportunity we will get if we decide for come and invest. Being that the president will get a credible and respectable personality, any side we go is highly honored. The company, without wasting time, bought into the vision and say, okay, we come and invest and establish. Within a territory, they say, before now, the Gambia, we don't apply for them, will also go do this ferry business with them. Okay, they don't come into it, they don't put proposal, they don't request, they want service, they want to go partner with them in this service. But the way we look at our vision and the way we see how serious we are there as a government, the way we are done convince we, instead of going to the Gambia, we go salon and do such a business. So the Gambia lost the opportunity. And the Gambia first approached these people for them ferry there. So then decide for abandon the agreement between the Gambia and decide for choose alone because of the kind of precedent where we get. They decide for cancel alone and say, we don't see that it could be a very good place for do business. We're not going to go at loss. There's so much we will achieve if we decide. So the people decide, say, Salon will be the better place instead of the Gambia. That is why we will be proud of this government. They're able to negotiate. They're able to change the minds of investors. They're able to convince people for believing in Sierra Leone and ready for invest. And this is what happened. If we see modernized ferry, one of the most beautiful ferry ever, I wish I can just buy tickets on the day of operation, when they begin. I'll be one of the first people for ride such a ferry. It is out there. Everybody has seen the beauty of the ferries. And now, listen, the ferries where we get, they take 40, 50 minutes on sea. The advantage of this new ferry, they are so fast that within 20 minutes, they don't cross the water. Less than 20 minutes, between 15 to 20 minutes, you don't reach, you don't count up. And within this ferry, they can't address. Now that the delay, if you miss one ferry, you go, you don't take for wait. Now, no. One thing they don't decide for do is that they can make sure, say, every 1 hour, ferry they are available for ship, for cross people, for ferry people they are cross. So you don't get for wait, as long. So they want for make sure, say, in fact, if possible, for run the ferry 24 hours. So if all go well, they can get a 24-hour running ferry, we go ease and make cola. He can grab anytime he say, I want to get over Lungi, he still get access to the ferry. And the amount of people and goods where this ferry they take, now they make sure, say, that struggle. Say if I not go quick, ferry go full up, or they go take space, and no, that need go be addressed. And another thing where this ferries then go address, now the issue of goods and human being, people that they see don't pay them goods, people that when they see how motorcar and goods, then they that scramble, that struggle. This new ferry they address that. Now they make provision for specifically goods. Then they make like a storage within the ferry where go be specifically for products them, goods them. Then the motorman they go sit down comfortably. Go worry, say, I go get interacted with wreck or Pamai or whatever. Oh, they go steal me. No. Side go there for goods, side there for the motorman. They go sit down with collab with respect. You can't now you get for get side where they can go, you go to the label them, and you will able easily identify. So kudos to government. If we say we're talking about this ferry, it will take the entire program because there's so much I know about the arrangement of this ferry. And there's so much that is in this ferry that is so much, and I'm overjoyed, I'm overwhelmed with happiness when I saw the art ferry, the art of the beautiful and the standard and the this ferry. Let us just let us see the operation and not say people of Putloko will ever remain be grateful and appreciative of this government. Once you enter that ferry, and say where you can't to see your life long, you are assured of security, you are assured of safety. All right. Next issue is about people who feel say with parliament, now a place for deceive, especially the APC MPs. Before ever you become a honorable, they begin for call you that big name, that title, honorable. If they take Quran, they take Bible and swear to God, say, anything we are telling at this parliament for talk, for be true, and nothing but the truth, and for be sincere to God and be conscious and the people of Sierra Leone. And not for do anything with dishonesty. If they swear to God and mortal man, say if they can't for serve the people them honestly and sincerely. But that is contrary to the APC honorables. I now see that the Speaker of the House go sit down, allow honorable, and they take my mic. They go take mic up before the whole world. They lie. They mislead. They set fire. They invoke problem. They orchestrate discord among citizens. One person is Abdul Kagbo, where they represent people of Kafubulon. And so many other people, even Cherry Koko. Now, Abdul Kagbo now get mind for go lie say, all the registration where the civil registration commission do, now 1,500,000 people there. Where you not get data, you not get statistics, you not get no proof. You say all the people that we not register, the people that we dinner with database as Sierra Leoneans, now 1.5 million, baselessly, misleadingly, when in fact the Director General of NACA, of the National Civil Registration Commission, can't we say they get in the database with facts and figures of 6,500,000 people. 6,500,000 people now they get in a database with assigned identification number already. So we say Abdul Kabo and the APC Kabudu go manufacture their own life or can mislead because they want to be dishonest. It's hard to believe. It's hard that people go tin up with no respect, with no consideration of the integrity and personality, go lie. One thing they fail to understand that the civil registration not begin just yesterday. Even before 2018, in their own era, 2017, neither introduced this registration. So this is ongoing process that they have captured, they have registered people long before this time. This data has existed, it has been in existence long before this time. Okay? So if they don't begin to register people from 2017, to this date. But you can't tell we say now only 1,500,000 people registered. Very sad. And there's a law in the constitution where say if you lie under oath, it's treasonable. But the Speaker of the House know that. And it's letting these people go free. Go say the bank governor say 8 billion don't loss. We not to so he say. You expect say as a lawyer, he ought for before ever he can a public, if for check and if for be aware of what he say. But he can't tell he say the bank governor go say 8 billion loss. Now the bank. He didn't say that. But this is really sad. It really, really sad. That people know they value and respect the institution where they represent. Now, all that here make us sick because when I think how people very evil and treacherous, I vexed they are sick. People know they put the country first. People just believe that they're for mislead. Look at this proportional representation. It already did in our constitution. APC fully aware say it is the prerogative of the president for decide the electoral process we will for follow. They know that fully well. They know say the provision is very clear in the constitution that the president get the utmost power for invoke the system we for use. Now, what's very damning and malicious about the APC activities. Section 40 to 42 of the Constitution were so much clear about the boku power we president get. And it's by Kuruma use as vice president. APC celebrated that. Now that they forget that this same authority, the same section in the constitution where give with president boku power for take actions in the best interest of the country exist and nothing not change panel. They can now they talk something contrary of their own waiting that we don't do, the precedent way that we don't set. Now we even say the PR system was not by law existing. But section 40 to 42 will give executive power, the supreme executive power of the president for take action best fit suitable for our country. He can decide. He can use such a section because we have seen it being used for sack a sitting vice president, even when if you go section 51 to 56 of the constitution, you check, you see what it talk about processes. Then knowing what we all know, the APC and its Kuruma government come use section 40 of the constitution. And today, APC is forgetting that such provisions still exist. And they think say therefore brainwash people who don't choose for be misled. It's very sad. It's really, really sad. This is why APC not ever glad with me. Because we are not fools to be led by fools in a fool's paradise. I say, we're not a fool man then. For let fool lead we in a fool paradise. No. We say the truth. So this issue about PR system, APC just making fun and mockery of themselves, because they even know that 2023, this is the established truth that we use in the PR system because it's inclusive, it's less expensive, it is save we country boku money, it prevent conflict and chaos, this halahala. It is stop this by-election business way. They bring misunderstanding and conflict among communities, and it give opportunity for every registered political party for have a say in governance and get representation. So we're using it because it is in the best interest of the country. And that is why Section 40 is very important for the presidency. All right? So I want to let people to know that. Now coming to the money, the new money. Salon people then. Make I tell you now how dangerous and how wicked the APC people and they. First, make I clarify the issue about the 8 billion. The bank governor not talk say the 8 billion disappear in a bank. What did the bank governor basically say? That people that they go take the new money, exchange them with the old money where they don't get, and keep another house, refuse for let the new money circulate around for the use of everyone, for let everybody get access to them. The one that we don't loot with country, they exchange in large volume the new money and keep another host them and deprive access to the new money where they don't make available. Simple and clear. We said that where they go manufacture and twist the and can't lie and mislead themselves. Now they know because this is their daily job. When somebody not get anything for put forward as concrete argument, it fabricate and it formulate existence stories for brainwash themselves. Now, let me tell you the strategy with the APC looters, the one that will be done thief with couple. The strategy where they use for hoard with money. When we talk about hoard, now where people that they go take money can't keep on at their house and sit on them and allow them for put them into circulation for let everybody get access to them. Now, of course, everybody knows one of the way where the government think of addressing the hell about money where people that be done thief, and as a way for expose them, they decide for introducing this new currency we will bring respect, dignity, and value to our state and to our economy. But as you think, the criminals that they always think ahead of you. And this is why the business people are the most dangerous people in our country. We have to be very, very careful with the business people. Now that they orchestrate, now that they channel, now that they pioneer, now that they coordinate all the wrong things when it comes to the use of money in our country. Not them. Now that they ferment problem. Now that they sabotage and undermine government, and now that they cause government in downfall. So if a government is not sensitive, the business people will always wreck you and bring you down. Now what they then do is that most of them politicians, they always get them huge amount of money, including and all the one that way say get baby money where they be don't loot and keep, and they not get my car with them openly. They not get my face the bank with them. Now they use them big shop them for change their money then for them to the new loans. How did they do it? Say for example, if you're not a shop where you return for the day now 30 million, 40 million, Then they come with the old money. They tell you, say, okay, where they go to bank, take this old money, but what do you get? Do you give them? Then they exchange. So when they don't sell, then they shift all the new money, exchange them with them big politicians, give them the new money and take the old money from them. Then they can't go to the bank. Then the politicians still hold on the new money. Again, make I explain now. The politicians, they don't make arrangement and agreement with big shop, the shop owners, then say, do you want to help we forget this money into the system, this old money where we get, and help we get the new money when I use them for change. How when they do them? Every day we wanna sell, when I tell we how much we wanna sell. Until before when they go to a bank and take huge amount of money, and now when you go to a bank, they know they give you the old money. Now the new money that they take you. So when you take 50 million, 50 million of the new money, where you carry with them, then they can't give them that 50 million, then they give you the old money. Now that old money they circulate. So when the cargo you returns now back, now the old money they cargo. So now the gap of 50 million don't exist. That 50 million where you be go take as new money, now not they return again, they circulate because one person don't come change them and don't go safe on your house. So that new money, that gap where if you don't feel, they feel like it don't left them open. You understand? This is how they defraud and thief we. And the business people are aiding and abetting this. It's really sad. Really, really, really sad. So when the bank governor go talk about, this is what exactly the bank governor meant when they talk about scarcity of the currency in circulation. That them big entity, them big business enterprises, now then the politicians they go through, forget the money the way they get now they owes into the system in exchange. You give me 50 million of old money, says it's still value, I give you the new money equivalent of the 50 million, you can't go steal and you put on which side they put on and you save. So you still get access. So this is how they hold now. This is how they take the money out of circulation. And so government get for illegal for take measures for address this issue. Wale will be very much aware. And these are the strategies. So if the new currency they get challenges, this is as a result of the connive with them big entity here, the connive with people that will be don't loot with money, will be don't keep on and they owes them. Now that they use them for cargo the old money. And so the old money now they overwhelm the new money. Will they see more of the so now where you can I give you 100 million of new money, they give me the old money, they can't go to bank for you. In my own name. Now me they change that for you. So this is the strategy. And this is where the challenges is. Okay? So Wale will know that. Me salon people I want to know say the best thing way every ministerial union for the prepare for now for go register September, and this could be my last thing where I go talk on for today. I want to know say September now I give you opportunity for continue for be part of the history of Sierra Leone becoming a better place for we all. Say we go vote and maintain a visionary government, a well-meaning government, a government of transparency and accountability, government of honesty and reality, a government of compassion, and empathy for the people. September not for miss you. Go out there, go register. Encourage the people. If the opposition think is a best option for boycott, great. But you will believe in Salon. They are go out there. Not allow anybody for deprive you of the opportunity of making Salon a better place for we all. A place where I go left America for go and live with no headache. It is your right for maintain good thing, for galvanize and rally around better thing. Your decision, they shape the future. Go register because you get for maintain free quality education. You get for vote for maintain free quality education. You get for maintain, the security of women, the freedom and liberty of women, the youth empowerment. So you are encouraged. It has been a wonderful moment, just coming back from the sick bed, so strong and full of energy for be with una. I know say a day or tomorrow with my colleagues them for elaborate on their things there. But I want for assure una say I'm back, fully energized and ready for stand against enemies of the progress. Now a lot of people not gonna be pleased that we come in to say this truth. And I want to make it very clear. If Salon better, it's not only chief commissioner. We get with people then out there. We get with relatives then out there. Family and they under, Pekin and they under. We want to see them live a better life, a happy life. So we all get for join hand. We all get for be very supportive. Well, they can't begin use escalator in a salon. Now we airport. To so many is a shock. This is a breaking news that among the new established airport, when they begin see escalator, salon people that will not one day see that. Well, the first time we get for begin the use of escalator because it's a modernized airport we can get. So many opportunities await you. And you will think say the Lunge Bridge is a joke. You play with your mind. Be ready for a very big shock very soon about the Lunge Bridge. Very, very soon. Be ready for a shock. Somebody they tell me, say, well, where the doctor with that ferry they are now, what about the Lunge Bridge? This not get nothing to do with the Lunge Bridge arrangement. This is just a separate arrangement for address the immediate needs and aspiration and safety of the people. This is how this government operates. They not say they're not going to begin the Lunge Bridge today and done until today. But why in the process of constructing, the people need to be safe and secured. And so the ferry is relevant and necessary. Until I come back tomorrow with my colleagues then, I wish you all the best and tata.